Good afternoon and welcome to the Rundown. I am your host, Captivating Christian, and here are some of your top stories for today, the 23rd of September. Bloomberg pays fines for 32,000 felons in Florida so they can vote. House lawmakers reach a deal to avert a shutdown. FBI warns against foreign disinformation regarding the 2020 results. And Senate Intel committees to hold election security briefings on Wednesday. Horseshoe crabs have a vital role in the development of the coronavirus vaccine. Let's get to the news. Billionaire Michael Bloomberg has reportedly raised more than $16 million in an effort to help convicted felons in Florida register to vote. The Florida Rights Restoration Coalition estimated Bloomberg's fundraising push has already paid off monetary obligations for more than 32,000 felons. Axios has reported Florida passed a law back in 2018 reinstating voting rights for felons that dictated that they could register only if they paid all of their fines and fees and restitution, sometimes totaling more than $1,000 owed to the government. The 11th U.S. District Court of Appeals, which covers Florida, last week ruled to uphold the law. Bloomberg, who ran on the Democratic primary for president, has endorsed the party's nominee, Joe Biden, and has donated more than $100 million to the former vice president's campaign to defeat President Trump. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Rundown. I am your host, once again, Captivating Christian, and this is the part of the segment where I like to basically give my own thoughts on the stories for this afternoon. So without further ado, let's get some house business out of the way. Welcome to any new subscribers or new watchers of the channel. Please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. It is important that you share it out, guys. How else will people know about the great things going on here at Cap Hill if you don't share it, right? And you could also be rep of the day, state rep of the day, by sharing out this information. So welcome to you, and I hope you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button too so you never miss another update or anything that's going on here at the Hill. And to my state reps, which are you in the chat, welcome. Always a pleasure to see you, so why not let's get started. Okay, so this particular story deals with the former mayor of New York City, Michael Bloomberg, who is also a runner for president of the United States during the primary. Now, I don't know if he got a call from or something, but he has been throwing out a lot of But anyway, yeah, so he's been throwing out a lot of money to the Democratic Party, over $100 million. But the biggest contribution that he has been doing for the Democratic Party is basically raising money, millions of dollars, about $16 million to be exact, to pay off the debts for a lot of felons in Florida so they can now vote. Ain't that crazy? I know, right? One more time. See, sometimes we always think that a lot of rich people are... Why you being a dickhead fool? Stop being a dickhead. But turns out not everybody is. However, we do want to definitely keep in mind that although this is a great deed that Michael Bloomberg is doing, raising money to allow 32,000 felons to vote, there must be something in the wheels. I mean, granted, yeah, it's to get Trump out of office, But what else is there? Is there some kind of back door? Like he wants something because nothing ever comes that free. Like, yeah, I know Donald Trump is a retard alert, but still, um, it's something up with that. But the fact that you are, helping people and clearing up their debts, because in Florida, former convicted felons can vote, but they have to pay all their restitutions, fees, and fines, and all that kind of stuff. Basically, so much that they can't afford it, and they wind up not being eligible to vote because they haven't paid their debt to the state. So, Michael Bloomberg has been working to get these felons clear books. So, this is interesting. Which could probably be the change in actually it being a Trump win or a Biden win. Very interesting. But I'm here for it all. I am here for it all. I think it is great. I mean, of course, your president will always say that it's fake news, but we know that it's not. And if he can actually pull this off, that actually might be some sad news for President Donald Trump, and he might actually be a one-term president himself. But I won't say too much about that until election day because I don't want to be rude. So all right, off to the next. House Democrats have reached a deal with Republicans on legislation to avert a government shutdown after rekindling talks over disputed farm assistance, with a vote planned as soon as Tuesday night. Speaker Nancy Pelosi said in a statement that Democrats have reached an agreement to add nearly $8 billion in nutrition assistance for low-income children and families in exchange for accountability and assistance for farmers sought by the Trump administration. The legislation extends government assistance funding through December 11th, setting up another fight to avoid a shutdown in the lame duck session after the November election. All right, and in this particular story, the House has come to a deal to avoid a shutdown. So basically, of course, there's still a pandemic going on. There's still families that have not been able to make ends meet as far as food is concerned. So that has been extended. And some farmer protections have been extended to a lot of farmers due to COVID, as well as these dumb tariffs that, I've always thought were a bit crazy. But what can I say? I'm not in government making these stupid laws, but he is. So the tariffs have been killing farmers even way before this COVID, and then of course they still voted for him anyway. And so after that, now of course they're still fighting for getting food during all this with the pandemic still going on. So Congress has agreed to add $8 billion. That's right, billion with a B. So money seems to be raining all over here, all over these United States, while people are suffering and not being able to make ends meet. Some people not having a job, some people depending on unemployment insurance while they kind of figure out what's going to happen to their jobs. Government's just giving away money. But this time it's, of course, for people in need, which, surprisingly enough, they still care about that a little bit. So, we hope this, gets passed on through to the Senate, and the Senate passes it without any qualms questions or anything of that nature. But we shall see, because it's still early yet. But I'm sure, again, it's election season, so this is like Christmas. A lot of things should be getting passed through with no problem in regards to what people need, because other people want to make sure they get those votes come November. So, we shall see.
That was easy.
It seems like it was easy. No harm, no foul. Just hurry up and get it done before the election so nobody, can sit there and say, well, you didn't give me food. So we shall see. But I wouldn't be too giggity goo about it, because things could change very soon. We're still on the cusp of an October surprise, and Lord knows what that could be. I have no idea. I don't know, but I'm here for it. All day. All right. The FBI and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency warned the public on Tuesday that foreign actors might spread disinformation about the results of the 2020 election and encourage voters to be patient with the delayed results. The increased use of mail-in ballots due to the COVID-19 protocol could leave officials with incomplete results on election night. The agency said that in a statement highlighting the possibilities that foreign actors and cyber criminals could use disinformation to exploit the times required to certify and announce the election results. The warning told Americans to get information from trustworthy sources like official government election websites. The warning also said that when dealing with reports and problems with voting and results, Americans should verify through multiple reliable sources and should think twice before sharing unverified material on social media. The agencies specifically say that foreign actors might try to confuse voters by creating and spreading disinformation about voter suppression, cyber attacks, targeting elections, infrastructures, voters, and ballot fraud after the polls close. While the warning focuses on foreign-based disinformation, domestic actors have recently spread similar claims about the election results. President Donald Trump has already repeatedly lied about voter fraud and questioned the legitimacy of the voter counting process. Additionally, the White House officials have ignored warnings from election officials about delayed results and instead have stated that there should be a projected winner on election night. So, in this particular story, once again, the president and all of Congress have been warned yet again that the foreign actors like Russia and all these other places have been trying to attack the election.
Oh, hell no!
Now, on top of dealing with COVID and trying to figure out how you're going to vote or where people are going to go to vote, now you got to worry about the Russians once again attacking our electoral process. And they're coming with a vengeance to make sure Trump gets elected once again. And, I don't know. I mean, it's so crazy that you have a president who won't admit that Russia is trying to help him win, yet he won't condemn Russia at all, like it's okay. And these Republicans who are so pro-America, right, are the same ones who won't speak out about all of this going on. So it's really crazy. So there's a bunch of meetings tomorrow, because the other story kind of ties into this too. So there's a bunch of meetings going on tomorrow, which would be today, right now, talking closed door, which means there'll be no cameras or anything like that, not public, talking about the lengths that the Russians and other foreign actors are doing to ensure that President Donald Trump is elected. Now, this goes along with misinformation coming out of Facebook and Twitter and all these other places that everybody seems to not look at. But then when the story breaks that, hey, they have been getting paid from these Russian actors and bots to put out this information, everybody wants to sit around and hold their breath like, but I have already known for a long time that definitely Facebook, they're with it, okay? They're with the games. As long as they get paid, they don't even care really what happens. So what I can say to Facebook is, although I may use it slightly for whatever purpose I do to get my information out, they could go, yeah, because that's crazy. Again, everybody's in it for the money. So Facebook is allowing information to be spread that is not true. Places like Twitter, they claim they've been cracking down on it, but somebody in Facebook already blew the whistle and told on them. Hello? And basically said, hey, it's been a few people who have left Facebook and said, hey, nope. What they do is they'll let the people post the information. They have someone go and take it down. Then they have some top high up person repost it. So that way in the system, it looks like it's been taken down. But in actuality, it's been reposted. And yes, of course, as in President Donald Trump fashion, he will always call
It's all fake news.
But the truth is,
it didn't happen.
The truth is, it is happening. It is happening right now. So they will have a private meeting to talk about all this security breaches, cyber as well as physical security. Even with voters, with Donald Trump constantly talking about having people go up to the voting booths and kind of almost intimidate voters to deter them from showing up to the polls, I think is ridiculous. And that's something that definitely needs to not happen. And we don't need to allow it to happen. We need to stand up against that, because that is the type of stuff that dictator countries with dictators do. And we are not that. Now, you may be, kind of teetering on that line with some things, of course, but no, we don't even need to take that sitting down. There's no way. You should be able to be free to go vote and not feel any way about it or be intimidated by anyone, because if anybody tries to intimidate you with your vote, you make sure that you Jesus, let me kill this nigga. Because that's not happening. Okay? So, moving forward. The Senate Intelligence Committee is receiving a closed-door hearing on election security briefing on Wednesday afternoon from the director of the National Intelligence Committee, the top U.S. counterintelligence official, and the election security official. According to sources familiar with the matter, the briefing is happening after Radcliffe told Congress last month that lawmakers would only be briefed in writing and not in person, before reversing his position last week. The Democratic nominee, Joe Biden's running mate, Senator Kamala Harris, is planning to return to Capitol Hill to attend the briefing. The Senate Armed Services Committee is also receiving a closed-door briefing on the election and U.S. cyber operations, and the head of the National Security Agency and the U.S. Cyber Command. Acting Senate Intelligence Chairman Marco Rubio criticized Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer on Tuesday for invoking the Senate 2-hour rule, which shut down the Senate committee meeting, which included another briefing by an intelligence committee. Schumer objected to the Senate conducting business in protest to the Republicans' plan to move forward with a Supreme Court nomination following the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Hey, this is Captivating Christian here to remind you to tune in to Politics and Wellness every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Politics and Wellness every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. You never know what you might get. All right, so like I said in the other one, there's another briefing going on today, this afternoon, in regards to the cybersecurity, all that's going on with the election. Everybody's trying to make sure, well, they're giving the appearance, I'll say that, they're giving the appearance that they are concerned about the election, but we all know that a lot of the Republicans, they're in for it. They're here for the ride. They don't really care. As long as they win, that's all they care about. But we should know better than that, and we should be prepared for anything, because we already know that this president will cheat. We know that he has cheated, and he will continue to cheat. Because all he wants to do, he swears out the United States is a bank and it's making him rich. So he doesn't mind.
Shut up and take my money.
And as long as these Republicans are giving it to him, they're going to keep taking it. So, and we all know, at the end of the day, we don't, as a country,
Ain't nobody got time for that.
have time for it. So why should we give this any time? What we just need to do is be vigilant. Again, don't pay attention to any of the stuff. Please don't answer any emails of things you don't know. Anytime they have closed door hearings and meetings, that means there's a lot more going on than they even want to let the people know. Okay? So that should already make you a bit like,
Oh, hell no.
So know that the same man who said that he was not going to meet with any lawmakers, he would give them everything in writing to the point where he had to then show up, means that it is serious, it's big. So let's just be vigilant. Know that they're going to do their best, throw whatever they can to make sure that people distrust the election. That is what Russia wanted in the first place, and we can't allow them to get their wish. So if we need to call on
Jesus, let me kill this nigga.
somebody to get these people out of here, then we need to do what we got to do, because this is too crazy. And as Trump used in 2016, he used anything to win, and he has the power of the presidency behind him. So, again, we just need to make sure that we are counted, that we vote, that we show him and his actor friends like Vladimir Putin and so on and so forth that, nope, you may have gotten through the first time, but that was a fluke and that won't happen again. All right? So you can go back to getting pissed on your Pornhub. All right? And you can go back to doing all that crazy, nasty stuff you was doing before you became a public figure. Because, you're going to have a long vacation, sir. And, at the end of the day, when you lose, I won't care or ask.
He look like a bitch.
Because at the end of the day, that's what you will be, and no longer the president of these United States. And everybody who was, in on it with you, especially William Barr, because he can go to. And at the end of the day, all the people that had, voted for you and stood behind your lies, when they get evicted from their positions, those who have positions that are kind of in danger right now, like the Lady Grahams. And, well, we got to give Lady Graham her due. We got to give Lady Graham her due. Where is it? So, like the Lady Graham and Lindsey Grahams of it. So, Lady Graham and Susan Collins. Come on. What is wrong with her? But I do know what's wrong with Susan Collins.
You stupid.
She can't help it. She will, say 1 minute that she's not going to vote for something. Then the last minute she's going to turn around and vote. So I'm not holding my breath. Susan Collins can go on because she looks about a little creepy anyway. Something like a crypt creep or close to it. So, I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm over it. I think we just need to vote. November can't come fast enough. 41 days and counting? Come on. This is like worse than waiting for your gifts at Christmas. It's just like, hurry up and be over with already. Because this is crazy. I can't. Sorry. In 1963, Bird Jensen didn't know that inside each of these ancient animals he saved was something that would help save millions of us during his lifetime. In 2020, the horseshoe crab is poised to assume a vital role in a drug the whole world awaits, a COVID-19 vaccine. Since the 1970s, horseshoe crab's blood has been approved to make what's called a limb-loose amoebocyte lac-loose test, or the LAL test, the alarm system triggered by a type of bacteria that can cause fever, in some cases death. It works like this. A mixture of legalize is made from the horseshoe crab's amoebocyte or blood cells. The fluid is added to whatever material a researcher is testing for safely. Depending on the test, the fluid will either clot or change color to signal the presence of a dangerous toxin. This last story is about this horseshoe crab that basically they are looking at the blood of the crab can help them fight this coronavirus virus. So, that's good news. Again, my only concern is that we're not rushing this to where in which you would endanger the lives of more people just to get, just to get a gold star like you're in elementary school.
Retard alert!
So I don't know really how to feel about that. On one hand, yes, to get a vaccine would be great. But at what cost do you want? Do you want a vaccine and then everybody, the men are walking around like,
I've got balls of steel.
Because, the vaccine really messed them up. So I don't know.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'd rather you take your time and actually get a vaccine that works, have it tested before you just go wanting to swing it around and give it to everybody just so you could say you did something, and get that gold star. You walking around trying to show everybody that the vaccine works over there sounding like Fire Marshal Bill.
Let me tell you something.
And again, don't nobody got time for that. And ain't nobody trying, you see me, ain't no. But nobody is really trying to get a by taking the vaccine and then getting worse, or wind up succumbing to a vaccine when they gone this far without even catching COVID. Who's got time for that? Again, not a soul. So yeah, but I don't know. I'm just on that one. Like I said, I hope the great scientists figure that out and they do come up with a vaccine with the help of the horseshoe crab. But on the rest of that, I am just going to exit stage left. I'm not a scientist, so I ain't even going to try and act like I am. I just hope that it's safe for everybody to take. Other than that,
fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
But no, in all seriousness, if this is an actual cure in using this sea animal that is all over the eastern part of the seaboard in certain parts of Central America, great. Again, I just hope it's safe and given enough time to test and make sure that it's safe for people, and not just given so he could have so people can put his name up in lights. Because I think, again, that's like,
What the fuck?
it's ridiculous. It makes no sense whatsoever. So, but that's all I have. Everybody have a great day. Peace. And be sure to join Jay Wilson, Rebel Sun, The Official Kingpin, Conscious TV, and Captivating Christian this and every Thursday at 6:45 Central Standard Time, 7:45 Eastern Standard Time for the Gentleman's Panel, where we are not afraid to go there and discuss an array of topics. See you there. And once again, thank you for watching CCN Midday News. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit that notification button so you will never miss